Hi everyone, this is a review of how Macbet went on the weekend and what we suggested for our clients to bet on and how they actually went. Macbet itself, we returned around about 25% on turnover, or 23 it might have been, on Saturday, which was a nice result. We've put it together about 9 out of 11 wins in the last 11 weeks, so it's going really good, and two of those losses were only 2 and 3 unit losses, so we've had a really good run for the clients so far. The other service, Macbet 2 of the best, we got away with another win. It's 4 out of 4 weeks straight for that service. We backed one on Saturday at around 2. We split the bet in two, both around about the $8 to $10 mark. They were a little bit unlucky, one of them especially. And then we backed one on Sunday that was $3 and it got the money, so they had a win. But going back to Sunshine Coast, first race we didn't bet in this race, or we bet very small. We had something on Irish Constabulary when it got out to around the $5.50 market on Betfair. We suggested that it was the play, especially just on the trial of Tumbler. We thought it wasn't as good as what it had been in the past, so we were looking for something to back. Live Fast was always going to get a nice run, but it was the wrong odds. But we had a small bet on Irish Constabulary, so it ran second. It was a bit unlucky. In race 2, we didn't bet here also. Sagamama, we had it a little bit longer than market. I think we had it about $6.57, and it was $5. Muddy Rope, we had it about market price. We had our Jamaica a bit longer, around about the $8. It was $4.20, and it ran third, but it was probably unlucky, and it went okay, this horse. The speed was quite good, and it fought on well, so rolled back into the wrong part of the track. So probably one to follow, that one. In race 3, we didn't bet here also. We thought Band of Spice was the right type of horse. Got itself in the wrong position. Got held up, and he didn't want to go back, or she didn't want to go back to the inside, and she was forced in there. Tiffany Brooker, we had it about $6, so it was about $5.460, so we couldn't come into it. Bushy, we thought it would get a nice run, but God, it was short. $3.20, that was real short for us. We had it about $8. Spur Leisure, we had it a touch longer than market, but nothing in the race apart from maybe All Night Saint. We had it shorter, but it is All Night Saint, and we weren't confident to throw anything on it. In race 4, we had a nice race here, a nice result. Bring It Home Pop, we liked it early in the morning. We suggested to have a nice bet on it. It was about $5, $4.60 at the time, and it shortened right up. We couldn't have got it anywhere near the $2 at the finish. We had it more around the $3 to $3.50 mark, and but the $4.65 was right up our alley. Shogun's Son was another one that we had a good bet on. We thought it could have got itself in a little bit of trouble from the gate, but and it did really. It probably should have won. It just kept on trying down the straight, and if that run didn't knock it about, because it was a tough run first up, it'll be winning races. We threw something on Lady Lark as well, but we're questioning that horse. It might have needed a spell, and I think it does now. Race 5, we bet here. We backed Moonlight Dancer and Lascar. We suggested these two horses were the right play. Lascar, disappointing ride by Orman. No speed in the race, and he went backwards out of the gate. So that was very disappointing. I don't know whether the trainer made him do that, or else he just he didn't look at the speed of the race, and he made a mistake there. Moonlight Dancer was always going to probably go back. She went good, ran on, was a bit unlucky around the $10 mark. That was great value for us. Cashing Up, we had it longer, but it didn't go too bad. You can forget about its run. Beantic, we had it $17. It just blew like the wind, got out to $8. High Degree was another horse. We had it a lot longer than the market, but it didn't go too bad. It's won at the just a bit of easier race than that one. Race 6, Stella Ombre was nearly one of our best bets. It was hard to beat. Lloyd just he had to make a decision after a couple of 100 metres to go forward. It's not really its go to be leading or on the outside of the leader, but it did a really good job when it did do that. If it can find the right gate, just sit in behind him, it'll go good next time as well. Real Ego, we threw something on it, got back in the field, ran on fair, we saved on Oradonna, ran into the place. It's just not going as well as what it had done a couple of preparations ago. Race 7, this was a pain race, this one. My diamond team, we had short, but I just couldn't suggest everyone to really tumble into it strongly because it's a 3,200 metre race. If you're betting, you had to back it. If you're staying out, well, I couldn't blame you. Soviet Courage, it had a chance, but you were only backing it if you had backed my diamond team. So we threw something small on my diamond team and saved on Soviet Courage. We didn't like Richard at York. It blew like the wind. We had $13. I think it went from $4 to $7 at one stage. The winner we didn't really like. We had it around about the $9 or $10 mark from memory. No, it would have been a little bit longer than that. And we thought it had every chance the other day. But it went pretty good. Didn't beat much, but went a lot better than I thought it would have gone. In race 8, this race we played small. We had something on Bit Hard, Publishing Power, and Mashani Lobo. So we found first and second, but we didn't bet too much here. Publishing Power, I was just worried the race it was coming out of. It was a pretty poor race at Ipswich, but again it was an open class and it's coming back into 3-year-old open. So it did a pretty good job. Mashani El Lobo went quite good, worked. One to follow is Keep On Loving down the bottom. It didn't go too bad, and Bit Hard, the one we've been following for a while now. In race 9, again we played this race. We backed Natural Black. We thought it was value around the $12 mark. It shortened right up at one stage. Tapped this, we thought was good odds. We liked it. It just didn't improve as much as I would have expected this time in. It was just a bit of a plugging run, and we backed Sweet Adeline, but it went really good. Just one to follow for sure. Miss Dubois, I didn't think it'd get to the position it got into. It was about 5th on the fence. It was back from 2000. I really thought it'd be way out the back, but Brad Stewart's riding good, that bloke. He's always been a good jockey, but he's found the mark. He's got his finger on the pulse, that's for sure. Another one we didn't really like was Ragazzo del Corsa, but it went good. It's one to follow. We had it around the $10 mark, and there was good money around the $6 into around the $5 mark. So it did go good, and it's one to follow. But all in all, we got away with another little win, and hopefully we can keep the wins coming.